fans to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Michel, his first carry. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Harris now to return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. And finally brought down at the 38. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, that's complete to his running back, Kamara. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
3rd down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Off Play action. Betts. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. On first down, Betts finding Harris over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
New Orleans.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Betts. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Betts. Flushed out right. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
From the gun, they run with Michelle. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Let's go. Here we go. Mike,
From the 44, Locke throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reese.
Caught by number 8.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, Now you put...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Yard line.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Judy, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. On second down, Michel. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Locke working out of the gun. Flush to his right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Into the red zone, it's Locke. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke to Michel on the screen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd down, Michel. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
At at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it? Touchdowns.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Betts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give them 32 on the play.
Broncos. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, Lock. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Sony Michel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
His kick.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Ties the game at 10. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Trey Flowers.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating from the gun. Betts. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Escaping the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
6 yards.
On third down, Betts, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Tackle made.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Kamara trying again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Betts flushed out right. His pass caught at the 4. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. If you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally, and as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space, so you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2 for 1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing again on second down. Lock. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Hey, watch the slant. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the slant. Flag.
Throwing his lock on third down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
This is Harris. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reese. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Locke steps away to his left. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
To the sideline and incomplete.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Wisnowski set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. On the return, Deontay Harris. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Going again on the ground here with Hill. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
At the 44-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Betts eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Saints 4-yard line.
On 2nd down now. Michelle. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Sony Michel. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Broncos 20, Saints 13. Wisnowski set to kick off.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The return. The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of
14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
1st down.
From the gun, Betts. He completes this one to Mack. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
86.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Betts. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He was taken down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Off play action. Betts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And they'll try to run the option here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw. Betts. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
4th down.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that'll bring him back within 4.
16.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And 9.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike, 53, Mike. It's just me and you. Greystone travel.
From the gun, Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
2-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Kamara. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Operating from the gun. Betts. This is Hamler on the receiving end.
The pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A 4-yard pickup.
Now Kamara. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Saints on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Betts will get this one underneath to Kamara. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Broncos will take over on downs. They begin with Michel on the ground. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Lock. This is the tight end Fant. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lock. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Tackle made at the 49-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 yards, good for his Saints. 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Throwing on 1st down. Betts. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there and a 1st down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. If he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. That's out to the left flat and complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Saints 23, Broncos 20.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lock to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Lock to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now Locke. Pass to his running back, Sony Michel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
16-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Another costly turnover there, 2nd of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But the football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. They run it again with Hill. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for New Orleans, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they can't